Saiu a gameplay do The Witcher 4. Finalmente, The Witcher 4. Não vai ser o Geralt, vai ser a Cecília, né? Cecil? Eu não lembro o nome da menina. Ela vai ser a protagonista agora. Não vai ser mais o Geralt, se não me engano. Vamos ver como esse jogo roda na The Real Tournament.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Você vai
What you
travar.
just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
Aqui ele tá falando que tá rodando o jogo no PlayStation 5 a 60 FPS com X-Ray Tracing.
So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional
Ciri.
monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Agora não vai ter mais aquela coisa linear. Agora você vai ter que realmente investigar. Você vai chegar numa vila, vai ter um monstro para caçar, você vai ter que procurar pistas sobre ele, rastrear ele, ver pegadas.
All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Cavalo
Let
tupi.
weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
Que isso, né? Gráfico feio.
So just like Geralt de Rívia, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So
Dá pra ver
let's
os
leave
músculos do
Ciri
cavalo.
behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
Nossa, meu, que isso,
And
mano.
in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old
Tá dizendo que cada árvore dessa vai ter uma folha assim que você vai interagir assim, uma folha. E se você quiser alguma coisa no mapa, cortar uma árvore, alguma coisa, você vai voltar lá, que nem o Red Dead Redemption, vai estar a árvore cortada lá. Vai ter remodulação, aquela coisa de cenário.
The LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri.
Você vai poder fazer absolutamente tudo no mapa. Tudo. Se você quiser explorar o mapa primeiro, depois para fazer as missões, você pode, fica à vontade.
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Hey, not even at the Land Exeter Fair! Now, 9 gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink.
Olha, mano, o bagulho, velho. Lembra muito. Isso aí lembrou muito Assassin's Creed, o primeiro, né? Que você passando e esbarrando nas pessoas assim.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
Olha o cara jogando no
Character
PlayStation 5
action.
lá.
Directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Running away.
Round ones jingling the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Churres. One using my wagons. No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me lady's after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod.
Enquanto a Ciri, enquanto a Ciri tá conversando lá, ele vai abrir em modo edição para mostrar o que acontece no tempo real em sua volta. Vai ser da mesma pegada do Red Dead Redemption, tipo, cada NPC vai ter sua vida, sabe? Vendendo, andando, trabalhando.
All Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in a simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Olha os influencers da época aí, eram esses caras aí.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we are making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Ciri?
Nossa, mano, o bagulho tá muito lindo, cara. Que jogo lindo, mano.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
Ô, louco,
We
ela
are
já
too.
tá aí. Caramba, menina, voou com o cavalo, mano.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelby. We've worked.
Então, pra quem não notou aí, você viu ela entrando na cidade, todo mundo olha pra ela, né? E já sabe que ela é uma bruxa, né? Agora não é bruxa agora. Aí o que acontece? Ela entrou lá já pra pegar informação sobre a criatura. E o cara falou, né? Que era tal criatura, falou, não, é uma manticore. A gente vê a manticore voando aí. E quando ela tá finalizando a conversa, ele mostrou um mundo aberto. Mesmo você lá na missão, o pessoal vai continuar vivendo na cidade. Que nem Red Dead, né? Então, Red Dead fez revolução nos games, rapaz. Isso aí, ó. Rockstar. Aí está o The Witcher 4. Não deu pra ver muito bem, mas gameplay de batalha e tal, mas deu pra ver que o jogo está lindo. Lindo. Tá com um gráfico insano. Tá com uma movimentação insana. Esse jogo aí também vai usurpar do nosso bolso aí. Pode ter certeza aí que quem tem PlayStation 5, computador que vai rodar esse jogo não vai ser leve no computador. Tenho certeza aí que o pessoal vai precisar aí de uma placa de geração aí pelo menos 50 para cima para rodar esse jogo. Quem aí vai querer jogar o The Witcher 4 aí? Deixa nos comentários aí o que você acha desse jogo aí. Será que vai bater de frente com o GTA 6? Duvido muito. Vai lançar esse ano. Agora é com a Ciri. Esquece agora o Geralt. Falou.